and warm welcome and very good morning to all the viewers. Today, October 10th, World Mental Health Day. World Mental Health Day, we at Mahatma Education Society's Pillai College of Education and Research would like to enlighten our viewers and all our subscribers across the globe about the importance of mental health. Mental health in today's world is very important. It's not a final destination for anyone to arrive. It's a journey and it's an everyday target to be achieved. On this occasion, we have a wonderful personality, Mr. Atul Kumar, clinical psychologist, here with us to enlighten about. Welcome, sir. On behalf of Mahatma Education Society's Pillai College of Education and Research, we welcome you wholeheartedly to this program. Mr.
Okay.
Atul Kumar, he is the Chief Executive Officer at the Unique Institute of Behavioral Sciences, UIBS Delhi. Sir has a rich and varied experience in the area of clinical psychology. Sir is a consultant psychologist, Indo Gulf Hospital, Noida. He was a guest faculty with IGNO, and Sir has a lot of experiences in conducting researches, workshops, and he has presented at the national and international conferences. Sir has a rich publication experiences. He has done a lot of activities in the area of mental health and in general clinical psychology. So we are so grateful that you have agreed to speak to our viewers on this special day, World Mental Health Day. I express our deepest gratitude to you for agreeing for this webinar, and now the platform is open to you. We are eagerly waiting to hear your views.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am, for inviting me on this World Mental Health Day. And the theme is mental health in an unequal world. And thank you very much for your invitation again. And because I am working in the field from last 15 years, so it is always a pleasure to create awareness. So I'm very thankful to you. And I now will talk about this mental health on this mental health world. Uh, we'll talk about first thing is like what is mental health, because many of us are not aware about these things. There are a lot of stigma also, so we'll talk about that also. So mental health, as WHO, World Health Organization, defines is mental health defined by the WHO is a state of well-being in which the individual realizes his or her own abilities, can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively and fruitfully, and is able to make contribution to his or her community. So sometimes there is a stigma, like if someone has some kind of mental health issues, so they don't go to the professionals, right? So that kind of problem we face, still we are facing, because that is a stigmatized word that you have any mental health issues. But it, if you see the definition, it is not like any kind of mental illness you should have to go to a psychologist or counselor, because we all face one or other problem in our life. Sometimes we are not able to handle those, either there may be like issues related to career, related to relationships, or many other things. So state, what definition says is state of well-being which the individual realizes his or her own abilities. So sometimes because of these stresses and different things, we are not able to realize our abilities. So that is also a part of mental health. And because of these stress, we are not able to cope up with the life, and we are not as much productive as we should. We feel sometimes, we all feel कि what like we are not becoming productive that much, that what we can do, whatever abilities we have. So all these things are like comes under mental health. And that is very important. Many times like these ability like these issues we don't consider, or because of stigma and because of other reasons also. So as theme of this talk is mental health is an unequal burden, and this is the theme of like this mental health day. Right. So the theme of mental health is an unequal word aims to raise awareness of inequality in access to mental health care, both locally and globally, for marginalized people, particularly for people living in poverty. So, according to UN 2016 data, nearly 8 lakh person died every year by suicide, and 79% of the global suicide occurred in low and middle income countries or developing countries. India also has very high number. We'll talk about that. So the purpose of this theme is to create awareness to the like last section of society, because in India also we have limited resources uh, if it comes to like mental health facilities. So that is why like creating awareness is very important. If we'll not create awareness, then people will don't like they don't uh, uh, know what it is, and then they will not seek help for the same. So creating awareness is one of the like major thing if uh, we want to create a mentally healthy society. So that is what the theme tells, right? And the more interesting is nowadays, because of from last 2 years, you can see because of this COVID-19 pandemic, mental health, there are a lot of mental health and awareness also, that because there are several kind of stresses are there. People cannot go out, and they cannot meet other, like family and relatives, friends. So because of that, there are number of issues, and awareness uh, arises. So mental health has come to focus in pandemic times like never before, as people of all age group and occupations uh, bear the brunt of the new normal. Health and other frontline workers, students, people living alone, those with pre existing mental health conditions have been particularly affected. Even there are losses, there is problem in relationships, number of things happen in these areas, and increasingly, though they happen in normal situations also. So, at least I have like seen, we were the like I was the part of different mental health helplines also, because people were getting panic, they were stressed, they are not able to able to cope up, they are not able to cope up with the problem, these kind of problems. So there's all these things like was earlier also, but during the pandemic, like there are a lot of awareness also, and government also like set up different helplines, different hospitals, mental health hospitals. They contributed a lot by creating these helplines and helping the people who are in need. So let's quickly see, like we were talking about suicide. So this is a 2019 data. You can say in 2019 there were like 381 suicides daily in India. So that is a huge number. So if you see state-wise data, this is a like data from government side. So if you see, there are different states have different percentage of the suicide. If you see, Maharashtra has 13.6%, and Tamil Nadu has 9.6%, West Bengal 9, Madhya Pradesh 9, and Karnataka is 8, Kerala 6, Telangana like 5. So there are like huge numbers because we have a huge population. So there are huge, they are the huge numbers. So this is just a glimpse ki how mental health can affect the society. And why this unequal world, as we talked about, like why is like what are the causes of these unequal world here? The lack of investment in mental health in the health is disproportionate to the overall health budget, that is obviously through state and central government budget. So that creates like the gap of getting treatment, because if you see, you will not get like mental health professionals in these 2 tier and 3 tier cities, and in remote areas, even at government hospitals. So that is the lag, because we need more budget and more resources to access the like all population. And as we see, like 75% to 95% of the people with mental disorder in low and middle income countries unable to access the mental health services. So these then government का जो responsibility है, that also increases. Reason being, these like low and middle income countries have more cases, and these countries have low budget, right? So that also creates a gap of treatment gap. Then because of the third point is because of stigma and discrimination. If someone has any like uh, child or adult that is like somewhat different from others, means they have some kind of mental health issues. So even the family is also discriminated in the society. Individual ke saath to hota hi hai, but like families also get discriminated in the society, and that again create the like treatment gap. The reason being, because if you will declare that you have some kind of mental health issues, usually I'm talking about like severe issues, and even less severe issues also, if you are going to psychiatrist or clinical psychologist or psychologist. So sometime if you disclose it, the people may say that that person they have mental illness or some kind of thing. So that may create discrimination and stigma. And third point is deficiency in the quality of the care provided to people with mental health problems. So another problem is we have limited number of professionals as per our population. So when we talk about mental health issues, then it is uh, kind of like whatever training we have, training institutes for mental health professionals, they are very less. And again, there are some quality concerns also. So that also affect the problem. And then uh, when we talk about mental health issues, someone if someone has it, then it also like there is also a discrimination at educational opportunities, and you can say um, job prospects. And when these two things are affected, then their economic condition may be worse. So because if that person is in the like mental illness, they will not be able to earn properly. So that may create problems. Then as I said, ki, we have like most of the mental health problems are uh, like in low and mental, because low and middle income group countries, or so that kind of issues are there. And that there are two three reasons. It is not like a developed country they don't have mental illnesses issues. They have, but they have better like resources to cater them. So here they are not able to handle, and the population is also uh, number of people are also less there. And in our country, if we talk about Indian context, so we also have large number of population, and limited number of limited facilities for them, in like very few hospitals or doctors per 1 lakh or 1,000 population. So but we need more trained professionals. And other thing is, it is not only the person who has mental health issues, they have some kind of problem, stress and all. Even the person who has any other physical illness, like uh, cardiac problems, or any other issues, diabetes, hypertension, or anything, or any critical illness, if they have like cancer and all, so they face mental health issues also. There is a lot of stress related to associated with these, basically these critical illnesses जिनको हम बोलते हैं, तो lot of stress is related to that. We should handle those things also. Suppose someone has uh, cancer or HIV. So because that is a that is kind of, you can say, terminal illnesses also sometimes. So there is a lot of stigma, there is a lot of stress, and the person knows that he is not going to survive. So and they went into they go into these like depression. And when they are in a depression, they are hopeless, and they stop taking medication, their quality of life also decreases. So that these kind of things are also affected by, you can say, stress levels and mental health situations. So and into in like these like last 2 years in COVID-19 pandemic, we have also seen that there is lot of you can say inequality. I'm basically talking about Indian context, because people who have were from the low economic uh, group, they were not able to travel from one place to other place. They were not able to like have even food and all. So these were the signs of inequality. And when it comes to like mental health concerns, then also there is a greater inequality, you can see, because they are also stressed. They are not able to access the services. They don't have money to go to like private setups, government people, or they are not able to handle it, because that is a very large number of large number is there. And another thing you can see, the people who lost their family members, and person who like lost their jobs, and different other kind of problems were there. So they also face a lot of mental health issues, like grief and bereavement process. Like they were in the grief, they were not able to go out, that this pandemic also created isolation, because social distancing was important. So a lot of cases related to stress, depression, anxiety, OCD, they came up because of these problems. And this also shows the inequality in our society or in community. So how we can help, um, that is also very important. कि एक तो civil society, because we 100% you cannot rely on like government, because we know the condition of our country also. So if we talk about our country only, so we have to come forward as a civil society. We and people uh, did like number of things to help, like uh, people during this pandemic. That was incredible actually. So that is required at and mental health field also. So we have to be like very active when it comes to mental health. So creating awareness in local areas, helping them is more important through these civil societies. And then other things are, as a academician researcher, we have to research more on, because these illnesses, stress, this also affect our productivity. Either we are working or something else. So if that will be affected, ultimately the economic condition of our family, our community, our society, our country will be affected if we will remain under stress. So that we have to understand. And the main thing is we have to contribute from like whatever you can contribute wherever you are. That is the key factor. So that is more important. As I have discussed with ma'am, so I will little bit focus on the role of teacher, because uh, I think your college is working in the field of education. So role of teacher is very, very, very important, I am saying, because that is the second home of every children. And you are the person who uh, like spend more time with children. So role of teacher becomes more and more important. uh, So if, yeah, like till now, if you have any question, you can just write it down. We will try to answer it. Well, now I'm going on role of the teacher. सबसे पहली जो चीज है, how you will identify, because we all know as a teacher, many times we all know that some children has some kind of issues. So we have to be trained. That is why nowadays, as we work with the schools also, so there are a lot of workshops for teachers on mental health issues, on different other issues like POXO and all. So that also we do. Uh, so creating awareness in teachers is very important through workshops, training programs, and um, that will create a you can say force that can identify students if they have some kind of problem. Further, they can help, or they can refer to the counselor or psychologist, all and other people. So there are few, say, general, because you are in education, so I'm not going to tell you in detail, or technical things, just simple things that may be indication of some kind of mental health issues in children. One is if the child is not mixing with others, right? And hmm, if it he or she gets into a lot of fights and shows abrupt changes in mood, irritability, or you can say um, the child is withdrawn, they are not interacting with others, that is also a sign of there may be something. So we have to explore it. And if that person is just easily distracted in class constantly, they are not able to focus, and they always show incomplete homework, or they are not able to copy from the whiteboard, or they are not listening you, and they're that kind of things are there. So you can say there may be some reasons behind that. I'm not going into the technicality of those things. So there is finish a tiffin, or any type of eating disorder may be there. So if they don't eat, or so that can be issue. So is always tired and sleepy throughout the day, that you have to also check. And other things you can check, if there is some kind of any kind of marks are there, so that can be also inquired about. Has started back and talking or misbehaving suddenly, एक time तक ठीक था, again they are showing these things. Any other sudden changes, like any kind of fear, any kind of phobia is there, or they're showing any sudden changes in the behavior or emotions. So we have to like be aware, and we should talk to the child. So what we can do, first thing is, as a teacher, you like we should identify, okay, is there any problem. And usually what happens is, when they have some kind of problem, there is like academic जो उनका achievement है, that also goes down, that also deteriorates. And so secondly, if you think that that child has some kind of problem, uh, any kind of problem or any abnormal change in behavior, you can talk to child in person, not like in front of everyone what happens or what, and you can talk to them. If and if child will trust you, you have that rapport with the child, they will like open up with you and share with you, okay, what. Sometimes it is difficult to uh, like get information from the child, but usually they will open to you. And if you think there is some concern, so you can go to like you can talk to parents, you can talk to principal, and then you can tell them ki what kind of problem they are facing. And if you have a counselor or psychologist in your uh, school, then you can uh, like refer the child there. Also you can speak to the counselor or psychologist also. In if you don't have, you think there is some kind of problem, you can discuss with your principal, and you can refer the child to psychologist or clinical psychologist. You can call the parents, uh, you can call the parents, and you can speak to them to find out what is there. Because when we talk about these kind of issues, there are parent, children, and school, everything is involved, so we have to take information from every where. I'm talking about these like role, reason being, because as a teacher we can contribute to the society and community about like bringing down stigma related to the mental health, creating like awareness in the parents, and even children who will be the like future citizens of our country. So that is also very important. If they will be aware, they will not have any kind of stigma. They then again they will work as a resource person, you can say, as a facilitator, as a catalyst in the society. So at all level, teachers can create a great changes, like massive changes. Even like if 20-30% of the schools participate in this kind of activities, creating awareness and all. So you can imagine in next 20 years, 10 years, uh, there will be less stigma, there will be more help seeking behavior. So that is the role of teacher is very very important. So that is why I have addressed this thing there, because there were context, there were like and the college is about education and all. So that is, it is very important to talk about the role of them. So now, because we all are human beings, as a teacher also we have to take care of our mental health also. That is also equally important. If we are not healthy, so we cannot help others, right? So that we have to understand. So what is good mental health? The ability to learn. If you are learning new things, you are enjoying your life, then that is a good sign. I'm just telling you basic things as a person, because so that you can comprehend and easily, because I'm not going into the technicalities of all those things. The ability to feel, express, manage, and range of positive and negative emotions. So positive and negative range means, because as a human being, we sometimes we are sad, sometimes we are irritable, sometimes we are happy. So we can feel different kind of emotions. That is the range. And if you are able to do that, then that is a good sign. So like in depression, what happens is, people are restricted to one emotions only, that is sadness. So that is not a good part. And in there is a problem, we call it manic disorder or manic episode. So in that, they are restrict to only to happiness, extreme happiness, but they are not able to experience other things. So that is why experiencing all kind of emotions, any range of emotions, is a very important. Sometimes if you will observe, sometimes it happens to us also. We feel sad, we are not able to enjoy anything, we don't want to talk to anyone. All these things happens to us, but for a certain period of time, for one day, for few hours, or maximum few days, that's it. And again we come back to the normal routine. So that is normal thing, that is normal thing. So any mental health issues, or they are, if something is like, if you're irritable and if you're anxious and that continues a long, for a long period of time, you are not able to handle your life, mainly socio occupation, yani your social life, your occupational life, and your personal life, then it is a problem. For if you are not able to do that for a long period of time. If it is for only few days, it's okay, it happens to everyone. है ना? So that we have to understand. And other things are like physical problems. In mental health issues also, there are a lot of physical symptoms, like uh, you are not able to sleep, or you are having a lot of nightmares, or you are not able to eat, your weight is increasing or decreasing significantly. That may be because of physical reasons also, but it happens in mental health issues also. Oh, and you are not able to manage your life, and you are not able to manage your relationships. So all these things happens in like uh, if you have some kind of problem. So in, if you are in a good mental health, your ability to maintain good relationship with others is intact, ability to cope up with and manage changes and uncertainty, because we all have uncertainty in our life. We don't know what will happen tomorrow, whatever you plan. But what will happen tomorrow, you don't know. Similarly, in other things also, what will happen to your job, what will happen to your life, your marriage, there are many things. So but we have to handle with that, we have to handle these uncertainties. So if you are able to handle, that is a good thing. And then other thing is there are individual differences also. Individual differences means like some people are more talkative, some people are less talkative, some people are introvert, extrovert. So that difference, individual differences may be there. So that doesn't mean that you have any kind of problem. So you have to understand, if you feel contented, if you feel good, if you enjoying your life, you are doing something productive, it means there is a good mental health. And it is equally important as physical health. It has been seen that the people who has a lot of stress, they have further physical problems also. यानी कि physical illnesses also, they have lot of chances to have those things. If they have physical things and they are in stress though, then chances of improvement or recovery becomes poor. So our mind and body is related, that we have to understand. So sign of mental health issues, though I have already told you, but I am just telling you again, like few things, like feeling sad or down. These are the signs of mental health issues. And confused thinking or reduced ability to concentrate, excessive fear or worries, or extreme feeling of guilt, extreme mood changes of high and low, withdrawal from friends and activities, significant tiredness, low energy, and problem in sleeping, detachment from reality. Like if they have some kind of delusion and hallucination. Delusion means there are things are not there, but you are interpreting like that. Suppose you are thinking someone is trying to kill you, but there is nothing like that. But because of like, because you have certain kind of thought process, we call it thought disorders, and delusions are the part of that. So in that, and in hallucination, you are when you see something that is not there, that is hallucination. That happens in mental illnesses. Inability to cope with daily problems or stress, so you are not able to, that already I have like discussed, you are not able to uh, handle these stresses. Trouble understanding and relating to situation and to people. And problem with alcohol and drug, if there is a excessive alcohol and dependence on alcohol and drug, that is also a biggest problem in this like uh, in this world. People are highly like dependent on drugs and all, and number of those people are increasing day by day. That is the world's like biggest problem, specifically youth. Students in colleges and schools, they are getting into that. So we have to create awareness about that also, because once into you are into these things, that is again like your productivity and everything goes down. This is a disease, actually, you can say. We call it substance use disorder. So as nowadays we are seeing also, there are a lot of like, there are people like from Bollywood, they are getting into that, and there is a cases and all that we are seeing nowadays on TVs. So this is not about any celebrity or something. People in general also, people are like, new young generations are involved in that. And once they are into that, it is very difficult to come out. Problem with alcohol and drug use, and major changes in eating habits, as sex drive changes, excessive anger, hostility, violence, suicidal thinking, all these things. Society is also again a big problem, as we have discussed. So we have to very careful, have to be very careful. As a teacher, if you can see, you will see, like, we every year when results come out, and there are number of students, they don't get expected number of numbers or um, rank in their examination, uh, they they commit suicide. So that is a very sad thing, because one examination cannot decide the child's ability. So that we have to tackle. That is a very big issue, and we have also like seen number of other societal cases due to some relationship issues, due to some economic reasons. There are a number of things like there. So these are the signs of mental health issues. If that is there, you should be very careful, and you should visit some psychologists, clinical psychologists. You take some help, because that can be treated. When we are saying it is a disorder, it is a problem that can be treated with like counseling, psychotherapy. Sometimes it or requires then medications. That is very important. So don't ignore these signs. If you see in someone or in your family members or friends or society, so you should be careful about that, and you should suggest them to seek help, because that will solve the problem. And again, how to maintain the mental health is this is for you specifically, you people. And so track gratitude and achievement with a journal. Okay? Because we have, because sometime you can say, or you can say many times it happens, we more focus on what we don't have, and we don't focus what we have. So the track your gratitudes, like write down about it, your achievements, what you have achieved till now, what, and things you are grateful to, people you are grateful about. So all those things are very important, and we should take a break also. Sometime we are running up, specifically I have seen in like these metros, what happens is, all the time we are we are like achieving something, we try to achieve something others, we are in a race. So we have to yes, everything is important, your work is also important, achieving things are also important, but that should not be at the cost of your mental health. because if you are not okay, you cannot work, you cannot achieve anything. So take a break whenever you require. You are tired, you mentally, not only physically. If you are mentally tired, take a break. Otherwise, what will happen? You will be in stress, you will be irritable, you will not able to focus on your work, your relationship, everything. So that is very important. Work on your strength, whatever is do. Sometimes what we do is we see what is lacking in us, and we are focusing more on that. But we should more focus on our strength also. We have to improve our weaknesses, but we have to focus on our strength. Whatever, like everyone is unique, and everyone has some or other abilities, so we have to focus on that. So you focus on your strengths, and improve your weaknesses. That is not a bad idea, but you should focus on your strengths so that you can do better whatever you are good in. Sleep hygiene, this is the again the biggest problem in our day-to-day life. We are not able to sleep properly. Reason being, we use mobiles, we use laptops, iPads, uh, and most of our screen time is going high and high, and that makes our brain active. We are not able to relax. We are not able to. Suppose you are going to sleep, and your phone, it's like WhatsApp. Uh, there is a WhatsApp on your phone. You just hear that sound of the notification sound. Again, your sleep gone. So and then you are thinking कि किसका मैसेज होगा, किसने मैसेज किया होगा, is there anything important or mail or something like that. So just shut down or keep your mobile away when you are sleeping. Don't touch that, because we are like having habits like keeping our mobile on table when you are like going to sleep. You are taking your mobile, you are watching some videos or reels, Insta, Facebook. There are a number of things, so that may disturb your sleep, and when your sleep is disturbed, everything will be disturbed, because maintaining routine is a very important thing. Take small steps, and whatever you are doing, sometimes we are in hurry, we want to achieve everything at once. uh, that may create again the problem. So whatever you want to achieve, make the certain steps to achieve those things, and go step by step. Take small steps. If you take take every step towards your goal every day, so it will be easy for you, and you will enjoy that thing. And use your creative, whatever creativity you have. You, if you want to paint, you want to write poems, or anything, whatever you do that thing that will make you happy. Maintain relationship with close ones, because that is a kind of you can say uh, buffer for you, and that is a shock absorbers. The relationships are the shock absorbers actually. So whenever you're in stress or something, you can share your experience with close one, because uh, we all have, most of us have like one or two very good friends or family members whom you can discuss anything. So maintain your relationship with close ones, share experiences, and that will help you in. But you can share your personal things only with those people whom you trust, you have, whom like with whom you have very good friendship. And because sometimes if you will share it with everyone, they can share with others also, that will be very distressing. And handle FOMO, that is the very fear of missing out. Nowadays we are thinking, "Okay, so iPhone 13 is coming, so then I have iPhone 10 or 11, so we should go for that, though we don't need that, right? So हम पीछे कैसे रह जाएं, that kind of thing, और कुछ मेरे हाथ से छूट ना जाए. So come out of that fear. Nothing is going to like finish, because there are, we will see people are selling things by creating fear of missing out. Like sales are there nowadays. There are a number of sales because Deepavali is coming up. So you can see these are the dates you can buy only these days. If you will not buy, you will lose something. So don't fall into that. Don't fall into trap of FOMO. Nothing is going, because if someone is selling something, they are getting profit. They are a kind of they are just attracting people to buy more. So and there are a number of other things also, like where to eat, which brand you wear, all those things are there. So these are the things that uh, create this fear of missing out. So be aware of that. Trust in yourself. That is the key of mental health. So how you will do that, that is a different thing. And take time to laugh, and leave your smartphones. I already told you, take rest in between, writing upsetting events. If you don't have anyone to share anything, if you have something that is that you are feeling bad about it, you just write it down on on take a piece of paper, write it down. That will help you out. You can see things in a better way, and you can deal with them. Practice mindfulness by saying in the present. So mindfulness is being in the present. What happens is, many times, many times, every times, I'll say, every time what we'll do what we do is, we think about our past. This has happened. We think about our future. Oh, I will do that things, those things. So or I will achieve this or that. I should have this car, I should have this flat, should have this dress or this watch, this phone. But we don't focus on the present, what we have. So we miss the present. So mindfulness is focusing in the present. So when you focus on the present, in the present moment, you will enjoy the life, because you have everything that is required at this day. Whatever is coming up or you want to achieve, that is also a good thing. But if you will not focus on the present, you will not be able to enjoy your life. So that is why we say, like, be here and now. That is the most important thing, and most difficult thing also, because our mind wanders from here to there, and we think lot of things at the same moment. And that will, like, it will be about past or the future. But what is in the present, we miss it. So that we should focus on. Practice forgiveness. Sometimes we don't forgive, so that also creates a lot of distress. Not for the suppose someone does something to you, or they did something wrong to you, so, and you are holding their grudges, or you are not able to forgive them. That is a difficult thing. But at the same time, that is affecting you also, that person, whatever that person has done. But that is equally or more than that, not equally, I can say, that is affecting your mental health, you, in, like, more than anyone else. So what appears to be calamities, and sometimes we face, or often the source of fortune. So sometimes we face, like, we face a lot of problems in our life. So so when we see that is a bad times or something like that, so it happens in lives. Life's graph is like that. Sometimes it will go up, sometimes it will go down. But it should be like, when you are going down, so you should not go that, you should go upside. If you will see, in 5 years, so your graph, maybe you all are aware about these graphs and all. So your like, progress should be like this. You should go up. But yes, there are problems. You don't have, there are things that you cannot control, because as a human being, we want to control many things, or each and everything, but you are not able to do, because we cannot control everything. Because, and when there is some kind of problem in your life, just remember one thing. This is a life. Suppose something is happening, like bad happening now, so that will be over, and you will, and if you will remember that, and see the opportunities in that. What kind of opportunity, now you are able to handle these things in a better way. You can, you will be more stronger or something like that, depending on the problem you are facing. Send a thank you note sometime, like, saying, expressing gratitude, like saying thank you forever. Sometimes we don't say that, so we should practice that also. Do something with friends, with friends and family, yani, spend time with them. maintain your physical health, because physical health is also very important. It cannot be like that your mental health is very okay without your physical health, because both are dependent on each other. If you have some physical issues, your mental health will also go down. So that we should take care of. And try something outside of your comfort zone to make room for adventure and excitement. Yeah. So try something new, learn some new languages, do something new, so that will create, because when you are in a similar routine, and sometimes you forget okay, what you like, what you do, because we have number of responsibilities also with us. So we have to take care of and do something for others also, because that also gives a good feeling to some, if you are helping others. So this was the like my friends like my talk on this World Mental Health Day. Hope we all will work with each other, and we will work for the society, so that like we can achieve a good mental health for our uh, like next generation and for this society, right? If you have any question, people, you can ask the questions.
Thank you, Atul sir, for such an informative session that you have conducted for our viewers. World Mental Health Day is simply to generate awareness among our people to understand, I mean, the importance of mental health. As you rightly said, it's not something which people can take it lightly in today's context, especially. It is a key aspect of our life which depends on the very simple things. If we focus on the, the things which we otherwise don't care, we don't have to focus on the major aspects of our life, the small little things that we do in our life, and if we do it that in a mindful way, I'm sure we'll be able to keep our mental health sound and definitely fit, and we'll be able to uh, contribute greatly to the society and to the family and to the nation. I'm sure you would definitely agree with me that the human resources and the great resources a country should be looking at it. And in today's world, we have to give importance to the mental health workers along with the teachers, because teachers also plays a very important role in molding the personalities of the students. They're the greatest influencers. That is the concept where we at PCR firmly believes, and we try to enlighten our students in all such pressing issues. So it makes a lot of difference when they hear from the experts. And that's the reason why we have approached a great personality like you for sharing your expertise with our students and our viewers. We at Pillai College of Education and Research, we're greatly indebted to you for this valuable knowledge sharing session with you, sir. Thank you so much, Atul sir, for sharing your views and expertise, and again giving us the small practically possible tips with our students and our viewers. Thank you so much, Atul sir.
Thank you,
And
ma'am,
for
for inviting us, for inviting me. And I'm always with like you people. Whenever you require, you can
sure, sir. So kind of you. For us, our management is a great source of inspiration and support. So, on behalf of our PCR Chembur, I express our deepest gratitude to our Vasudevan Pillai, our CEO, Pillai sir, and Daphne madam, and the entire management. The team PCR is wonderful I can't take it one by one, name the principal or the colleagues. We are one team. So, and that's the biggest blessings and the USP of Team PCR. Thank you, Renee Madam, and all our colleagues. Last but not the least, our viewers, our students, all our well wishers. Thank you. Thank you. Have a wonderful day ahead. Stay tuned to PCR till we come with the next topic. Have a
Okay.
wonderful day.
Thank you, ma'am, and good day.